Angeline Quinn. I'm the CRM manager for Yours Clothing, as well as our other brands, Long Tall Sally, Bad Rhino and Pixie Girl. So I work really closely with the trading managers for each of them brands, and they kind of handle more of the campaign side, whereas I'm more automations, segmentation, customer lifecycle, and that sort of side of it. So Yours Clothing is all about providing fashion for size 14 to 40 curvy women so that everybody can feel good, and we provide fashion that's for everybody. At work, we kind of describe them in 3 categories. So we've got the younger sister, the older sister, and Forever 40. So within that, we kind of have sub-brands of Yours Clothing. So limited collection is maybe for that you want to go out and party younger sister, whereas we might have Yours London, which is kind of maybe a little bit more on the luxury side for that Forever 40, or maybe you've got an event to go to. So we kind of, all of those women fall into maybe one of those groups, and we want to provide products for all of them. So I say we spend a lot of money on acquisition through paid channels. When those people are coming to site, often we couldn't identify them. So things like our abandoned basket program, even if you were a customer that's returning, we wouldn't be firing that out. And customers that we couldn't identify, we actually didn't have a pop-up on site. So we weren't able to fire that abandoned cart or browse message. So Wunderkind is going to help with us sending that message out and making sure we're actually acquiring customers that we spent money on those paid channels to get on our website. So in the past, senior leadership have been adverse to kind of email capture campaigns on site. I think it's a little bit intrusive and can show to customers every single time they're on site, especially if you're unidentified. So Wunderkind have helped us come up with a strategy that we're showing kind of on-site campaigns that aren't intrusive, they're slick. Senior leadership was really happy with them and the way that customers would experience them on the site. When Wunderkind first came to us with kind of revenue predictions, I think it was a 10 times ROI, we did think it sounded a bit crazy. So I spoke to our CSM at Emarsys and kind of said, what's your opinion on this? Like, have clients worked with them before? And he said every time a client of his had worked with you guys, you'd smash the targets or you'd hit the target. So I think the revenue guarantee is kind of a no-brainer for us. It's almost like a no-risk policy, and we're really happy to go ahead because either way it's working in our favour. Yeah, so the bulk of our kind of budget is going to those paid channels, PPC, paid social, and we are spending more money as it's harder to kind of identify people. The customer acquisition cost has gone up, so we want to make sure that when those people are coming to our site, we actually are serving them the right on-site campaigns or making sure they actually get those abandonment emails. This is another one I'm going to think real quick because I am excited about just all general aspects of it. So most excited about our partnership with Wunderkind is actually everything. So it's a brand new kind of route for us. This isn't something that we've done before, especially with leadership being so adverse to kind of on-site campaigns before. This is like a brand new launch of email capture as well as being able to identify more people with their abandonment programs. We had browse and abandoned cart beforehand, but actually category abandonment is never something we've had before. So I'm actually really excited to see how that's going to perform as well.
Is it like magic?
It seems a little bit like magic, yeah. I feel like there was a lot of back and forth. I feel like I was talking to Chris from Wunderkind for quite a long time, trying to get everyone on board. I think because it is such a new thing for us, it was maybe met with a little bit of unsureness, especially with even though there was the revenue guarantee, it was almost a little bit like, is this something we definitely want to do? But I think everyone's really on board now that we've seen all the demos and everything, people that are excited to have it live.
What was the thing that flipped everyone's mind?
I feel like with the depreciation of third-party cookies, and I think with the costs of things going up for our other channels, it almost felt like a natural way to go. So I think the whole onboarding process has actually been so smooth, like from getting the demos and getting those initial mock-ups, everything has gone so quickly. I think the team's really responsive and we kind of bounce back and forth with different ideas and different creatives. I think the amount of traffic that we have coming to site and not being able to actually send those customers the right campaigns triggered afterwards has been a miss for the last few years. I think this is really going to change the game.